Well, welcome back to another episode of Buffalo Happy Hour. Today we have, actually it's a Wednesday whiskey review, not an episode. Sometimes I just get into roles and I'm just like, I'm going to crush this. And then I say it and I'm like, that's 100% wrong.
I think it's a sign that we do too many things.
100%. But anyway, welcome back to another Wednesday whiskey review from you boys at the Buffalo Happy Hour. Today we have Old Scotland Road white corn whiskey, handcrafted. This is Old Scotland Road is located in New York, I believe Akron, right? Yeah, Akron, New York. We met the dude at
Met the owner.
716 Emporium.
Yeah.
Hosted by our friend Jason Jaskula of 13 Monkeys Whiskey, and he actually does have a mustache that is what is on the bottle. So it's pretty impressive.
It was a fantastic mustache.
It's wild, and I'm trying to grow it out. But anyway, so Old Scotland Road, they're out of Akron. They're a relatively new distillery, and with them being a new distillery, they decided why not release a whiskey that is unaged. So instead of calling it moonshine, whiskey that is unaged or white corn whiskey is just that. It's whiskey coming out of the still. It's not being put into barrels, and it's just being released, basically, in my opinion, to generate income while they age their own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So when you take a look at white corn whiskey, it's not our favorite because we like what the barrel puts in. 70% of whiskey's taste comes from barrels. So when you're looking at a white corn whiskey, you kind of have to adjust your expectations a little bit. And that's what we're going to do for this. So I'm very excited for this because it is a homegrown product. And I liked the dude. He was a great guy. We're going to have him on in the future. So we're going to approach this review a little bit differently because we want to pick out some of the nuances in the taste of white corn whiskey and not compare it to other bourbons that we've reviewed because that wouldn't be really a fair comparison. So, label branding. Before we get to that, let's give a note for our sponsor here.
Addie's Fine Wine and Spirits, located in Williamsville. Make sure you download their app, Addie's Fine Wine and Spirits, on the Apple App Store or the Google Playground Play Store. They are located in Williamsville. They have an in-house wine sommelier, as well as a very knowledgeable staff. And this product located in their store, if you want to pick it up, may or may not be 10% off. Make sure you take a look on our stand right as soon as you walk in the door. Top shelf will be 10% off. Second and third shelf, not the case. So make sure you take a look at that. Addie's, we appreciate your continued support and sponsorship, and we look forward to working on our marriage, per se, moving forward.
Oh, yeah.
So label branding, I honestly like the old-time feel, per usual.
I feel like they could have done the label a little bit bigger, though.
For sure. But cost, who knows? Could be other variables. The fact that his mustache matches the logo makes me super happy inside.
Sick.
In this case, the logo probably matches him. He probably doesn't match the logo because it was designed after him. But, yeah, super nice guy.
Oh, yeah, very nice guy. But I would like to see the labels a little bit bigger next time, so we'll see where that goes. But Old Scotland Road Distillery, established in 2019. Again, it's from Akron, New York. Handcrafted spirits distilled from grain and natural cane. So this is going to be sugary as well, similar to
off the farm.
Mr. John Sullivan.
Yeah.
So the entrepreneurial spirit of 3 generations of the Hyder family lives on in the small town of Akron, New York. Following a trip to Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, a bucket list idea quickly turned from a dream to reality. With a deep passion for the product and the process, the distillers left the corporate world behind to build their first legal distillery in the town of Newstead. Made in a small handcrafted batches, New York source grain, and carefully combined to produce a truly fine spirit with a nose and flavor and finish as bold as the distiller's signature mustache. The whiskey is sure to intrigue you each time you raise a glass. We love to make this whiskey, and we're sure that you will love drinking it too. Taste the heart of small-town American freedom in every sip of handlebar whiskey. I love that. And what's sick, too, I don't know if you can see this, but the mustache is the barcode. How sick is that? I don't know if they can probably see that, but that is so cool. Good touch. It's a real cork. Cool. The perforated label. Love that. And it's got some edges so you can twist it off.
Here it comes.
You can twist it off.
Here it comes.
Pause.
There it is.
There it is.
Synthetic cork.
Synthetic cork. A minus?
Yeah.
For label branding?
Yeah. They spent time on it.
Yeah.
You know?
There's a little touches. I like it. If it was a little bit bigger, I would like that a little bit too.
Pause.
I like the ridged bottle. Too.
Yeah.
It's
That's
kind of a neat touch,
Mm-hmm.
especially since most whiskey doesn't have that, so it's kind of cool.
Very
So A+.
Victorian
Or
age.
A minus? What did I say? A?
A minus.
Crushed it. All right, A minus. We
I
just
agree,
did like
I agree.
14 ratings. I agree. A minus. All right, so nose. Let's pour this bad boy out. Did you wash your glass or no?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right, we'll pour yours then.
Tasting pour. Tasting pour. Doo-doo-doo. There it is. Nose.
Wow.
That is not like any bourbon.
Correct, which is why we're not comparing it to bourbon.
This is going to be hard to differentiate within thy noggin. Smells like it's almost there. You know, like it's just needs another 5 years.
It's very sweet. You can smell. We haven't tasted it yet. Nailed it. You can smell that they used cane sugar in this. It's very sweet again, and it's very corn heavy.
Yeah.
This is an unaged whiskey that is very heavy in corn, I would assume, their mash bill. Because that's all you're smelling is just corn and sugar. Did you ever go to the fair and have one of those, like, corn on the cobs?
Go.
Yeah, corn on the cobs that's just littered with everything unhealthy? Like butter, salt, like, to the point where you're like, all right, maybe we should dial this back a little bit because I'm having heart complications.
Where the salt like chaws the inside of your cheek.
That's what this kind of smells like, to be honest. Like that sweet corn on the cob. With
a touch of ethanol.
Yeah.
I agree.
So
B.
Yeah, B. I'll take that. I agree.
Again, for the product that it is, right? We're not comparing this to a bourbon.
I will say that we're not comparing it to a bourbon, but they should make this into a bourbon. Because I think the product smells great once, and then you can kind of like almost think of how it would taste after it's been aged for 3 years, you know? Like this tastes like a great heart of your whiskey distillation.
That hesitation made my brain go in very different directions of what I thought you were going to say next.
Right into a regular heart.
Yeah, right. Initial taste.
So we didn't give a rating. Did we give a rating?
Yeah, we did. We gave like 4 of them.
Which one?
Was A or B?
So you don't even know. B?
Yeah.
All right, B. I agree. All right, initial taste.
Very sugary. Like legitimate cane sugar.
Surprisingly, the corn leaves.
Yeah, it doesn't really come through in the initial taste.
I thought that maybe I was having a stroke. Because you're not...
Because of the sugar?
Yeah. The corn is so... the sweetness of the corn is so prominent on the nose, but it doesn't come through in the taste, which is very weird.
Right.
Not weird. It's just different. I wasn't expecting it.
I knew what you meant, but clarifying for the audience is nice. The tasting notes come from the barrel. So the fact that this isn't aged kind of defeats that whole journey that Derek and I would travel on together 9 times out of 10 holding hands below the table. The
hands above. Can't see them.
Yep. So in that, this is semi one-dimensional just because it hasn't had that luxury of sitting in something for 4+ years, or even, I don't know, a month, right?
Right.
Because it's not aged. So
you're kind of picking like the raw elements up of like
of everything.
Grain. Yeah. Like the tasting notes of this is very similar to like you would get with moonshine. Obviously, you're picking up a lot of the sweetness from the cane that they're using, the cane sugar, and you're getting like I guess kind of like a hay note on the end, kind of like a really light or young aged whiskey. Like that's what you're getting from this. It's just not. It's not any caramel. You're not getting any vanilla because, again, that all comes from the wood. So these notes that you're getting are very grain-focused, like raw hay, like a
farm.
Like a farm, yeah. Like a fresh, open field farm. That's what you're getting.
And it's very soft.
It is, and that's to their credit because if you don't age it, you're kind of you have to be a good distiller to be able to put something out there that's actually good to taste. So, like I said, I am very excited to see what they do if they do end up aging something. This is 90 proof too.
Right.
Like, this is hot. And it's coming right from the still. So, I'm impressed. Again, this isn't my favorite type of whiskey, but I'm impressed with how well the distillation process is, where they can put out a white corn whiskey that is actually palatable.
Agreed.
So,
ending note.
Did we do initial taste? I'm hammered, I guess. I don't think we gave it a rating for initial taste, though. All right. Well, anyway.
Correct.
B?
Yeah.
For initial taste?
Yeah.
B minus?
I can't wait till we watch this back and we're just like, what is happening?
Yeah, we've said like every letter of the alphabet.
We had a stroke.
X, probably, right? X.
Yeah, I think it's a G squared.
All right, Einstein.
So, a delta variant. Just like draw a triangle on the board.
I thought you went COVID with that.
So, no.
Delta variant.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Omicron
no.
variant, yeah. Anyway, so ending note. Yeah, let's end this. We gotta wrap this up. So ending note.
B initial taste.
Ending note is similar.
Yeah.
So there's no difference in the ending note.
No, not at all.
So B minus, just because it's kind of, when you're experiencing whiskey, I would like to have generally a different ending note that intrigues me, that's separate from the initial taste. I like to be able to differentiate the initial taste from the ending note, and for this you can't. So for me, I'm going to go B minus in that aspect because I'm not able to do that. Does that make sense?
I agree. Ending or final rating.
Crushed it.
Give me that countdown.
3, 2, 1.
83.
79. Sorry, I dyslexic there.
Literally had a stroke.
I was dyslexic there.
70. What'd you say? 79 and 83. 81.5. 82. 80.5.
You went all around it.
What is it? 81.5? 81.
There you go.
Crushing it. All right, everybody, we'll see you next week for another fun-filled Wednesday whiskey review. Make sure that if you want to try this, you do it responsibly by buying it at Addie's, naturally, and then drinking it responsibly, and then also being a great person and not littering. Everybody, we'll see you next week.
I guess that's it. I don't say my thing, so
nope.
See ya.
Go away, Derek.
Please remember to always drink responsibly, be a good person, and Michael.
Do not litter.
We're out.
We'll be right back.